President Donald Trump has announced sweeping retaliatory measures against Colombia after the country denied landing permission to two U.S. military aircrafts that had departed from California carrying deportees. In a statement released on X, President Trump said this order was given by Colombia's socialist President Gustavo Petro, who is already very unpopular amongst his people. Petro's denial of these flights has jeopardized the national security and public safety of the United States, so I have directed my administration to take the following measures. Emergency 25% tariffs on all goods coming into the United States. In 1 week, the 25% tariffs will be raised to 50%. A travel ban and immediate visa revocations on the Colombian government officials and all allies and supporters. We have 3 other sanctions here as well. So these measures are just the beginning. We will not allow the Colombian government to violate its legal obligations with regard to the acceptance and return of criminals they forced into the United States. Now, Colombian President Gustavo Petro responded in a lengthy tweet. You can view the full text on X. I'm just going to read some aspects of it here. Trump, I don't really like traveling to the US. It's a bit boring, but I confess that there are some commendable things. So if you know someone who is stubborn, that's me, period. You can try to carry out a coup with your economic strength and your arrogance like they did with Allende. Your blockade does not scare me because Colombia, besides being a country of beauty, is the heart of the world. I am informed that you impose a 50% tariff on the fruits of our human labor to enter the United States, and I do the same. Just to provide some context here, prior to sanctions, President Petro emphasized that while Colombia would accept its returning citizens, they must arrive on civilian aircraft rather than military transport. So here in his tweet on X, the US cannot treat Colombian migrants as criminals. I deny the entry of American planes carrying Colombian migrants into our territory. The United States must establish a protocol for the dignified treatment of migrants before we receive them. The economic implications are substantial. According to the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative, U.S. goods and services trade with Colombia totaled an estimated $53.5 billion in 2022. Major U.S. imports from Colombia include crude oil, gold, and coffee. Similarly, there have been issues arriving from the U.S. deportation process. Mexico refused a U.S. military aircraft carrying deportees the previous week. 2 Guatemala-bound Air Force C-17s flew deportees out of the U.S. Thursday night. However, the third flight, slotted for Mexico, never took off. A White House official said in a text message that the flight's thing was an administrative issue and was quickly rectified. Additionally, Brazil's Ministry of Foreign Affairs plans to seek explanations from the U.S. government over the degrading treatment of Brazilians on a deportation flight. Here is a clip published on X at RT_com.
Confirme sua informação.
Os caras estavam quebrando tudo, mano.
Ok. Operações de previsão, o último passageiro desceu, está somente a tripulação da aeronave, ok?
Já está lá nossas coisas? Onde é que pega? Já está lá nossas coisas?